So I want you to go back to the story we read, and I want you to look at something very interesting in the scope of Lazarus. Lazarus was born to a mother and had sisters. Lazarus died and his sisters buried him. But Jesus shows up to this dead man who has had a life on this planet and calls him up out of a tomb, and something strange happens. He comes back to life, and Jesus calls him out, but instead of Lazarus walking out of the tomb, which you would think, if Jesus himself says, "Come out," you would think that the grave clothes that wrapped him up would just bust off of him, and he would kind of come out going, "I'm here," all excited and jumping. But based on what we read, when Jesus said, "Come out of the grave," he came out wrapped in grave clothes, so my mind is that he hopped out, just all wrapped up, legs wrapped up, face wrapped up, arms wrapped up. He's in his grave clothes of how his sisters wrapped him up, and he comes hopping out of the grave to the best he can. You would think if you're Jesus, you would just work your Jesus magic and just throw your hands at the cloths, and the cloths would just blow off of his body, and everybody would just be excited. Look at Lazarus, here he is. This is not what Jesus does. Jesus says to those that are around who see it, "Go unwrap his grave clothes and take them off of him." I want to tell you what I think the moral of that story is. Jesus himself knows that the only way to achieve your greatest purpose in life is it's going to require the assistance of other people.